watching Hawaii News Now Sunrise.
7:24, welcome back. Look at this. Hawaii's newest drive-in theater is open at Ala Moana Center. People tuned in their radios last night to hear Grease, the sing-along. The 30-foot screen is set up between Macy's and Neiman Marcus with enough room for 83 vehicles. Tonight's showings include The Nightmare Before Christmas and The Lost Boys. And then starting next week, Thursday, they'll start screening films for the 40th Hawaii International Film Festival. And there's some great films.
What we're really excited about is a lot of the films are available across the entire United States, and some are available internationally. And this really speaks a lot to what our purpose is for HIF, right? Getting those films from Hawaii and from the Pacific Islands into a bigger spotlight.
You can get your tickets and also watch movies online at HIF.org. Halloween is tomorrow and more people are dressing up their dogs. Look at this. This is Momo, and her owner spent 3 nights putting this musubi costume out of things that they had lying around their house.
I mean, that's impressive, right?
That's awesome. Now, Momo's owner grew up on Oahu, but lives in New York City now. And just a reminder, you can vote in Hawaii News Now's virtual costume contest. There are 6 finalists. Head to our Instagram page to pick your favorites. 3 grand prize winners will be announced today at noon on This Is Now. Coming up in a couple of moments, Casey Lund is standing by with new information on that deadly crash that was, and this is where that scene was, on Kalaniʻanaʻole Highway. He will have details for us coming up next. Let's also 7:54. Okay, so weather-wise, 33 degrees right now in Wyoming, and it's not going to be much warmer when UH takes on the Cowboys today. Another challenge is the thin air. Wyoming Stadium has the highest altitude for a D1 stadium at an elevation of 7,220 feet. So Hawaii is looking to start 2-0 for the 4th straight season. Head coach Todd Graham used a run-first attack to net over 300 yards on the ground in the win over Fresno State. Now that was a shock to some of us who'd gotten used to the run and shoot. Coach Graham doesn't want anyone to think his team isn't ready for the elements.
I can't do anything about the altitude. I can't do anything about the weather. I signed up for football because it's hard and it's for tough people. If you ain't tough, you should get out of it. So nobody around here talking about being cold.
If you ain't tough, you should get out of it. Wow. Kickoff set for 3:45 Hawaii time. Go Bows. And don't forget, local boy Tua Tagovailoa takes the field this Sunday. The Dolphins are at home, but it's a tough matchup against a stingy Rams defense that Josh is looking and hoping for. With so much talk about a possible overhaul of the offense, head coach Brian Flores told reporters, don't expect drastic changes. We could see some RPO, but it may not be on a lot of drives. It'll be interesting to see what the Rams do, but one of Tua's biggest strengths is his accuracy. The most popular basketball video game in the world is adding more WNBA modes. NBA 2K 21 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X will have a WNBA My Player mode where gamers can create their own players. Now, previously, you couldn't do that. It was only male players trying to make the NBA. Well, earlier this year, 2K introduced a Play Now mode with WNBA players for the first time. About time. Awesome. Let's take a look at the weather real quickly here. Let's show you, we showed you Hawaii Island forecast there. Partly sunny, scattered showers, and actually that's for most of the state. You can pretty much put that on Kauai and Oahu as well. The only change on that one is Maui County. Maui County, let's show you, is going to have some scattered showers, and that's going to pull away. They're going to have some sunshine, and it's light winds, daytime high 85 degrees. Traffic-wise, looking good on the roads. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and show you some of the cameras as we take you over towards Pearl City. There you go. And on through the IA area, and you can see that it looks good. No stalls, no accidents right now to report. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're watching Sunrise on Hawaii News Now. Hello, Friday. I'm Billy V, sitting in for Guy Hoggy. Let's take a look at your weather forecast for today and the weekend. We'll start with the waves. First of all, the system that brought us the rain showers of the last couple of days brought us some wave energy, 8 to 12 over on the North Shore, 3 to 5 on the wraparound on the west side, 1 to 3 everywhere else, and that's expected to stay kind of low and small as we go throughout the weekend. Let's go ahead and talk about the future and the winds and what they're doing. We've got the upper low here. That's in the counterclockwise direction, so it's that brought us the showers, of course, the last couple of days, but now the system's going to go pull away up to the northeast, and it's going to take these winds along with it. So by the time we reach next week, maybe about Monday or Tuesday or so, it's from southerly winds in different parts of the state, it'll switch around and become trade winds. We'll kind of show you that right now. And what we're looking at, the blue lines, are the lighter winds. Look at that, no winds for Monday. And then starting on Tuesday, trade winds start to come around and we're back to normal trade wind weather. So here's your forecast for the 7 days, and we start with today. Mostly sunny skies, but notice that the winds are light here in this area, Friday through Sunday, and then Monday they finally turn to trade winds. So mostly sunny to partly sunny skies depending on where you are. Daytime high 85 degrees, nice and comfortable, and then we get into warmer temperatures as the weather improves and we get into regular trade wind pattern. Enjoy your weekend, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, watch your distance, and have a great weekend. We'll see you there, and also get the latest at hawaiinewsnow.com. 3 things for a longer life and happier family. Wash your hands, wear your mask, stand apart. In our family, we've got keiki, we've got kupuna, and we're always conscious about how close we are to people, especially for me. I'm high risk as a cancer survivor. So it's about the we, not the me. It's a kako thing. So make sure that you stand together by standing apart. E na hoa makamaka mai, Hawaii nui o ke awia hiki ni iho ka Iolani na ka maaina na malihini aloha. Here we go, and there messages are popping up on my screen. Let's go ahead and give you a look outside. We'll get more into that coming up in just a couple of moments. Let's get you indoors here, and aloha no aloha kako. Hope you are having a good Friday and ready for the weekend. Our aim is to get you ready for the weekend that is coming up. So, yeah. And the crew is ready about that too. Let's go ahead and tell you what is coming up on the show for this afternoon. First of all, take a look at this. Star Iolani is the lead singer of the group The Steppas. They are from the Hilo side of the Big Island. They took a break from music. We'll tell you why they took a break and what has the group back with a brand new single. That's coming up within minutes. Amy Hanaiali'i will be with us live as she has a virtual fundraiser for the Iʻll Theater on the island of Maui. Why that theater is so special, and what did Amy perform there while she was in school? We will talk with the Nahoku Hanohano Award winner coming up within minutes from now. Kumuhula Manu Boyd. You see him as part of Keiki Hula competition. You see him on the broadcast crew of the Merry Monarch Festival. What brought him back to the group Ho'okena? And we'll talk about the brand new album that is out on all platforms. We'll talk with, yes, the birthday boy. As a matter of fact, he should be in our green room shortly and standing by. So with that, let's go ahead and get you some housekeeping items here. If you are over on the Facebook side, make sure you hit the like button and the share button. We appreciate that, but also it shares it with all your friends, the show. So we would, you can go ahead and do that now. Also, if you're over on the YouTube side, we are working our way to 1,000 subscribers, but we need your help. All you need to do is head on over to our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/BillyV, and you can go ahead and click on the subscribe button and the like buttons over there. So we appreciate that. If you get a chance to do that, awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look outside right now, and this is the North Shore of Oahu. The clouds have kind of returned. It was forecast to be a partly, oh no, wait, hold on for a second. That picture has stopped, so that is not a live video. Let's see if we can get that go live here. And is that caught up? Is that live button on? Yeah, that is the live picture. Okay, so North Shore, not looking too sunny at this point. The waves were forecast to be 8 to 12 today, but that is on the way down. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a couple of moments. Manu Boyd was supposed to be in our green room, and we are guessing that he will be there in a couple of moments, but we have standing by, and we'll go ahead and invite Amy Hanaiali'i, and as she gets ready, and there she is on camera, and let's go ahead and bring her in. We say hello to Amy Hanaiali'i. Hi, Ames. How are you?
Hi, aloha. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not on your screen, but there we go. Now I'm on your screen. Hi. Hi, sister. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Wonderful. First of all, tell us what's happening with you music-wise.
Music-wise, you know me. I'm always recording another album, and, I'm always in the studio working on something.
Nice.
But here, tomorrow.
Oh. Hang on for a second. Hang on. Let me get back into. There we go. There we go. I got you back. Okay. Lost you for just a split second there. Sorry, you were saying, Amy?
I was saying that, I grew up in theater here in Maui. In Maui, we've always had a really incredible theater community, whether it's Maui Youth Theater, Maui On Stage, Maui Academy of Performing Arts, Baldwin High School, where I grew up, and went away to school to study music and musical theater. So one of the oldest theaters in Hawaii, which is Iʻll Theater here in Wailuku, is really, really struggling now because of COVID-19. So we thought what better idea would have but to put on a show tomorrow night at 5. We're going to be live streaming on my Facebook page, Amy Hanaiali'i, my fan page, or Historic Iʻll Theater page. And we're bringing in 10 actors to do some of the best selections out of musical theater. And it's going to be a very magical evening. A lot of people don't know that in the USO era here in Hawaii, a lot of the major entertainers from around the world were coming in. Ava Gabor, Frank Sinatra, Bob Hope, they all entertained in this theater. So we're really, really excited to put on the show tomorrow night at 5.
Awesome. Give me a little bit of background on the theater, because this is one of the 3 kind of big theaters of our Hawaii, right?
Right. Back in the day, there's actually a lot of these types of theaters throughout America, this time period that this theater was built. And it's gone through a couple renovations over time. It used to be a movie house. It used to be all kinds. It's gone through a lot of renovations. I've done Godspell here. I played Eva Peron in this theater. I've done a chorus line in here. I've done a lot of shows in here growing up, and it's just a magical place to grow up. Kids should grow up to theater. I think it makes them a very well-rounded adult.
Awesome. And so you have fond memories there of Iʻll Theater.
Super fond memories. I have such fond memories. Now she's renovated. You can kind of show a little bit if you want, Ellen. Now she's renovated, but when I played Eva Peron and I was on the balcony singing Don't Cry For Me, Argentina, it was raining literally on me.
Wow. It was coming through the rafters then.
Coming through the ceiling, because it was so old, she needed to be renovated. But yes, she's the grand dame of Wailuku.
Okay, so tell us about your broadcast. Who's going to be on the broadcast and how much you're looking to raise?
So we were very blessed to been given some CARES Act money to keep the theater open by our city and county of Maui. And we want to thank Mayor Victorino deeply for alohaing us for that generous gift to keep her open. We have, my brother's going to be on it. He's doing something for Rocky Horror Picture Show. Leah Krieg, Jerry Eiding, Francis Taua. A lot of my classmates from Hanabata Days are on it. And we just have always been in touch with each other over time. And this is just such a special place to us. You know, the original theater before it was here was down at the old fairgrounds in Kahului. I don't know if you remember the old fairgrounds in Maui back in the day.
Not really.
But it was where our original Maui Fair used to be.
Okay.
And there was King Kalakaua had his horse racing there. We used to have demolition derbies, and the Maui Community Theater used to be there, which is kind of the pico of this theater. So when that burned down, we moved up here, and now boom, she's here. She's been renovated and it's fabulous.
Okay, so one more time, go ahead and give us the lowdown on your broadcast coming up tomorrow, your fundraiser.
Yes, it's going to be tomorrow night at 5 p.m. You can log on to my Facebook, Amy Hanaiali'i, my fan page, or log on to the Historic Iʻll Theater Facebook page.
All right. Once again, Amy Hanaiali'i joining us live from the island of Maui. Go ahead and check out her Facebook page and watch her broadcast coming up tomorrow. Amy, stay safe, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
And Billy, we have a donation link on there, and we just would love if everybody could kukua if they can.
All right. Amy Hanaiali'i from Maui. Thank you, sister. All right. We'll tell you her back into the green room and say mahalo to her for being with us here on the broadcast. Coming up in just a little bit, we are about 35 minutes away from kickoff. So right after we end the show here at about 3:45 or so, kickoff between the University of Hawaii and Wyoming. In Wyoming, it is reportedly 33 degrees there on the field. We'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. Right now, it is our pleasure to bring on Nahoku Hanohano Award winner Kumuhula. You see him on television as part of the broadcast crew of the Merry Monarch Festival. He has a brand new CD along with his friends. Of course, he is an original member of the group Ho'okena. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Manu Boyd. Manu, hi.
Brother Billy, can you hear me okay?
I can. If you happen to probably get a little bit closer to your microphone, that should be good. But
Okay.
it's nice to have you on.
But you know, we've gotten so we're getting to these Zoom meetings or online virtual meetings, and that's what I do with my job as a cultural consultant for Kamehameha schools. But I mean, I see the microphone image and the line through it. I don't know if I'm on. I don't know if I'm off. I'm just not sure.
That's okay. My wife tells me I'm off quite a bit, so don't worry. It's all good. Hey, how long... It's good to see you, Billy. Mahalo, Maikai. But I'm good. I'm good at this point. Fridays are always my long days. How long have you been working for the Kamehameha schools?
Not as long as you think. I've only been there for 6 years. Prior to that, I was with Royal Hawaiian Center at Helumoa for 7 years, which is a Kamehameha entity. But I've always been, in and out of Kamehameha in a way. So kind of a long time, a little bit, But anyway, whatever it is, I'm happy to be here with you, Keilana.
Yeah, now you think of the group Ho'okena and you realize it's been 30 years since the release of the first album. Manu, that's just exciting to have the original crew back. First of all, so how was it to be together to sing for the first time when you started practicing for the new album?
Well, we got together for our Blue Note performance, which was in December of last year, which was really something. But I'll tell you this, we all, and I think you understand this too. We all grow up. We all have different values. It has been an absolute delight, And when we were nearing the end of our recording, Kamaka sent an email or a text to all of us, and how he stated and how he affirmed what a joy this has been, and it really has been. it's hard to describe because like you, Livy, we're not spring chickens. Yeah, we're not more kukulao. We are. We've had life around us and all that. But Chris's text to all of us really reminded all of us that we really have grown up. And so this particular CD or recording after 30 plus years is really just something. It's like a whole new world.
Manu, we may not be spring chickens anymore, but we are seasoned, right? I'd like to think that we are seasoned.
We are seasoned for sure.
Tell me about some of the songs that are on the brand new album.
I'll tell you this. So we had 9 songs. Williama Arona suggested a song called Kaui o Nalani, which was recorded also by Amy, and I think that's really nice. So anyway, we have 5 new songs and 5 old songs, and that Kaui o Nalani that Williama suggested is one of them. The first song on the album was written by Kaipo Pare, who is my hula brother, who is part of all of our ohana in Ho'okena, because we're all affiliated with lana.mokulehua. And this is my 42nd year as a student of Robert Uluvehi Casamero and Horace, and all of us. We've always been influenced by that. So his song is a new song for Kaneohe, but some of the standout songs. Well, one was written for or arranged for Horace's family. I arranged it for the Duduwa family.
Wow.
Molokai Aina Kaulana, which is also known as Halava Waltz or Molokai Waltz. But it's a modern arrangement. And then another song from Molokai called Kauo Kalaupapa. And that was written in a traditional style called Hapu Puwalu. And so myself and Miki Ala Ayau Pescaya and Makaala Rollins and Paul Maikai Benavides, we all wrote that song, Kauo Kalaupapa. There's a song that Chris asked me to write when his daughter Iolani got married, to write a mene. So I wrote it from the perspective of the Mapua from Chris. So that was a kind of a challenge. Iolani was written for Iolani Kamaka, who married Biandine, which is another Kaneohe family, and then so on. But it's and the good news though is with Ho'okena is that all of our old songs, Kuhio Be, Moku Okeave, Ho'okena, Kaimuki Hula, and all of that, they're still there. But the interesting thing though now is that this is kind of a va malie. It's kind of a quiet time. It's a time for us to reflect on the ways of our kupuna. And so these songs, I think, 10 songs, 5 new, 5 old, iTunes, digital launch Apopo tomorrow, which is my birthday, but it's not about me. But it has been such an absolute pleasure working with Horace and Chris and Glenn and Williama. It really has been. And Billy, you have been with us almost from the beginning. Right. So what are your thoughts?
It is wonderful to see the continuation of the dynamic that Ho'okena brings, not only from a language perspective, but a music perspective, a hula perspective. There are so many intertwining vines and people, and so that's what Ho'okena brings. So when there's word that a new Ho'okena music CD is about to come out.
Okay, well, wait. So just thinking about just what you just said right there. So we had, and I guess a regular album is like 10 songs, or I'm not sure what the real requirement is.
Right.
But we had 9 songs, and interestingly, that there was no song that Glenn Smith was featured in. Glenn, his Kona Leo, his voice is magical.
Yes.
So I had the balls, if you will, to call my kumu, Robert Uluvehi Casimiro, and I asked him, Kumu, would you consider writing a song for Glenn's voice and for Glenn to sing for this? And in less than 1 day, he slammed back, which is the 10th song on the album, and it became the title of the album, Meant to Be. So it is so complex. I could never play bass on this one. Horace can, and Horace did. Robert played piano, and we were at Sean Pimentel's studio. But it's a hapa haole, but it's jazz. So speaking of Blue Note, and even how Amy Hanayali, my dear friend from Maui, and she knows what jazz is all about. It can be complex, and this one is complex. So when I asked my kumu to write it, he wrote it. He sent it to me. It was in a lower key. He eventually redid it in a higher key. Sent it to Glenn, and I thought it was almost too much for us. It doesn't really sound like ho'okena, but back and forth with Uluvehi, with Robert Casimiro, we got it going, and it ended up being the title of the CD, ho'okena, Meant to Be. And the original title of the song was It Was Fate. And fate, and even in English, kind of has there's a little bit of a dark cloud, hovering over that hua olelo, that word fate. But meant to be was meant to be. And so here are and for me, if I could take just a few more seconds on this, so I wrote some of the songs. I wrote one with Horace combined, wrote one for Chris, but also composers besides Robert Casimiro, Alice Ku'ulei Aloha Poina Ole na Makelua. Hua hivina ni oe mauna ke ala e. And that's all you're going to get it for free.
Wow.
and then, just others, so I always look at the value of the mele, or the value of the text, as that's how I was trained, based on who composed the text. We also have Alvin Kaleolani Isaacs Sr. No, wrong one. He aloha wauya oe, kau ionalani, o makapalu palu, and so on. So, 5 new songs, 5 old songs, and we're so happy. And it's been so much fun.
Now, what I want to do is I want to let our listeners, our viewers know that there's so much information just embedded in all the information that Manu's just told you on backgrounds of song, people that are involved, that you're probably going to want to go back and listen to this interview again, and we will post that up so that you can. And you can take the music, after you get the music and you listen to the music, then you can go back and listen to what Manu was talking about. You can, it may help make things a little bit clearer when you can put the two together. So, brother, that is... Go ahead, Manu.
I appreciate that. And we at Ho'okena, we are very grateful for the opportunity to kind of represent, which is basically represent, represent. This, and again, it's not so much the new songs, but it's even the old songs. We live in a world today, in the recording industry, where there's a lot of leo ki'e, which is maika iloa, the falsetto, high singing. Sometimes the voices almost sound like vahine. But I can tell you this, and you know me, Billy, and you know us, is that we're very baritone and we sound like Kane, and we are singing like Kane. And I don't in any way mean to criticize because of the stuff that's coming out today. And I'm gonna call out in particular Navai'eha from Maui.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Wow. Absolutely outstanding. Outstanding. And I'm so happy for them. And they're all, Kanaka, or Keiki Kane, really. Keiki Kane, Olelo Hawaii. Just outstanding. I love them. I don't know them as well as I'm going to know them eventually. But for Ho'okenama, for us guys, with Williama is very the bass voice.
Right.
And then Chris Kamaka, who is the maker of the beautiful Kamaka ukulele, and Horace Dunua, who has worked for 30 plus years at the United States Post Office. I am a Hawaiian cultural consultant for Kamehameha Schools. Williama has worked for insurance for many years. But the good news is, and I'm so happy that Amy Hanai Ali'i is in this show as well, is that we just this is the time. It's an interesting va. The va in Hawaiian means era, and the word that has been assigned to the whole COVID pandemic is ma'i yahulau, ma'i ahulau, and that's where we're at right now. And so the just the fact that we have been able to think outside of the box and do different things. And I didn't hear all of Amy's interview, but I'm sure she's probably right in that same thing. And I have just been speaking with Puha'o Zane and been texting back and forth with Sig Zane and all of our friends all around Hawaii and O'oepu, Billy. It's a time to kind of do something else, And I am fortunate that thank goodness that we have our hana, our work at Kamehameha Schools. But even that work is changing a little bit, but it is still to uplift our lahui, is to uplift our po'ekeiki, so that we can really clear about our identity. So for Horace and Chris and Glenn and Williama to have agreed earlier in this year to have agreed to come back and ho akua ho mai, which means to come back and be together as a group again. It's just fabulous. Oh my God. It's just absolutely unbelievable. And, so how Olivao, and I'm happy that you're doing this interview because you, like Skylark and like all of the other radio people, Maikava Mamua, have known us for such a long time.
It's been an interesting time and an interesting journey for all of us, and it is wonderful to see not only the language but the music continue to be strong, in part by the efforts of Ho'okena and everybody else who does as well. We've been talking story with Manu Boyd. Once again, Ho'okena 30, if you want to find their Facebook page, that's where you'll find them. And Ho'okena's brand new CD is called Meant to Be. It is out on all digital platforms now. Manu, will we see you at the next Merry Monarch Festival when that comes around?
Yeah, well, hopefully. Well, so we were supposed to enter this year for Halau Ke Ali Kumakani, but I heard that Merry Monarch is not going to be happening in 2021. So whether it be with you, with TV, or entering with hula, or singing to tell our stories so that our po'ehula can hula, I'm not sure, but I'll always be there, and I know you'll be there too, and I know I'll see you, and then we go eat at Cafe Pesto after we come.
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Real quickly here before you leave, Mano, I want to tell you that there's a bunch of people that are on and they've been making comments. Margaret says aloha to you. Monica also says Manu Boyd with the shaka, love ho'okena. There's a whole bunch of comments here from a lot of people. Debbie says, Haumea says, I'm excited. So a lot of people on and supporting ho'okena and are excited about your new release. Primetime Pee-Pee also, my former broadcast brother, is also watching.
Pee-Pee, oh my God.
Pee-Pee's
I'll
on.
tell you what, honestly, William Van Osdal, we are really very grateful to all of you. I'm grateful to all of my brothers in Ho'okena. You are from Moku Okeawe. I know. I remember back in the day going to your house in Kona. You went to Kona Vaina. And my grandma is from North Kohala and all of that. But it's just such a good time to be grateful. Mahalo Keakua. Mahalo to Keakua for in the strangest of ways to have made this time for us. And we also mahalo and we aloha all of the families whose lives have been affected by all of this. But so ho'okena, halau nakamalei o lililehua, Robert Casimiro, halau o ke a'ali kumakani, and everything that all of us are related to. We are so grateful to have this time to try and be creative and to bring new things to Okoa.
Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. Manu Boyd with us, and I'm going to leave you with one final note. Horace says to say hello, and he says, really, he's going to take over your time.
And so Horace, I've been walking a lot, so I've gotten from 2X down to XL.
Wow,
and
brother.
Horace thinks that I'm a 3X. So whatever.
Manu, have a great day. Please give love to your Ho'okena family, and we look forward to more from you guys.
I appreciate your time, and aloha to Sawako and Christian and the whole ohana.
Malama pono. Ahui ho.
Ai, ahui ho.
Horace, thank you so much for being on the broadcast, too. We appreciate that. Kathy's laughing there at home, wherever she is. And there's a whole bunch of people that are right now on. Linda says she looks forward to the CD, and that's awesome. Keep the comments coming. You know what? And by the way, we haven't had a chance to really say hello because we just kind of jumped into things because it was so busy, and already there were Amy and Manu in the green room. So let me take a couple of moments here to kind of say hi to everybody. Lucas, how are you in Seattle? Nice to have you with us. Hope that things are wonderful in your realm. Jennifer, hi, Jen. Yeah, we're coming up on kickoff. That's coming up in about 15 minutes. It will be on national TV, and it is free. So that's one really, really good thing. Ronnie James, happy Halloween to you. Mark Hurley, happy Aloha Friday from Long Island State. It's 40 there. Go to a... There you go. Nicely done. Kevin's always with us from Orlando, Florida. Karen Mortons from Anaheim, California, and Kona Ray Kialakikua made it on time for the show. Thank you so much. Margaret, Lomi Kaomi, how are you? From San Diego. Akoni Apana sharing from San Diego. That is awesome. There are so many people. Auntie Renette, how are you? Love you. Good to see you here. Kathy, hi. Kona family's on right now. So, anyway, keep the comments coming. We appreciate that so much. Kerry Kasuba from Kailua Kona. Oops, over there in my hometown. That's awesome. Alden Tanaka from the Bay Area. There's so many people tuning in from outside of Hawaii. We appreciate that. And Hawaii people, we'll talk about that coming up in a couple of moments. Pop-up makeke. More on that coming up in just a little bit. If you get a chance, go on over. University of Hawaii's, it's on Facebook, and it is Hawaii Rainbow Warrior Football. And on that page, we talked to Alex Green And on the right-hand side, that's, of course, Greg Salas. Both of them are former UH and former NFL players. Alex Green in the middle was running back for the University of Hawaii. So they are, we did the pregame show, and we taped it previously, and you can go ahead and see that on that Facebook page. There's a couple of things here. Let's get back to our weekend events. Okay, a couple of things that are happening here. Coming up in just a couple of moments. Oh, there's a live look outside, and that battery's going to fail here in a little bit on the camera. So, but that's okay. That's just fine. It's hung in there long enough. Star Iolani is from the lead singer of the group The Steppas from Hilo side. We're going to talk story with him and find out about their release. They've got a single out coming up in a couple of moments. Let me go through some of the weekend events that are happening. Let's see here. First of all, where did my weekend events go? There they are. Shane Kainoa is playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's tonight, 6 p.m., 1938 Indochine down in Kaka'ako. Keilana was on the show last week. Moani Cafe in Kapolei tonight. Doraku Waikiki on Sunday. Kaimi is down tonight and tomorrow night, 5 to 8 p.m. Stonefish Grill in Haleiwa. Never been there. I may have to check that out. Drive-through rave going on tonight and tomorrow night at Kapolei Events Center. It features all EDM DJs, including DJ Internal. Now, with those happening, I want to get to one point really quickly here. Mayor, you've been seeing the mayor of the city and county of Honolulu going on and say, don't go nuts. It's Halloween, yes, but do it. You can't be groups more than 5. You got to wear your mask everywhere. If you're wearing a costume, wear your COVID mask on top first and then put your other mask on afterwards. The reason why we say that is hashtag next tier, hashtag COVID pow. So in other words, we want to keep these numbers down so it doesn't ruin the holidays, which are close by. Because conceivably, if something happens and then all of a sudden the numbers go up crazy 2 weeks down the line, 3 weeks down the line, that's Thanksgiving and going into the holidays. So, you know what I mean? Wash your hands, wear your mask, watch your distance. Just want to make sure that we are saying that here. We promised you last week that we would take you inside the studios of Papa Makeke, so I tell you what, let's go right now. Hi, everybody. Like we promised, here's the set. Papa Makeke. Hey!
Hi, everybody.
Okay, wait. They didn't clap. Clap, crew, clap. Yay. Hey! Practice. There you go. All right, McKenna Maduli, everybody. So, what are we doing this coming Sunday night?
Well, we are actually going to feature County of Maui and their beautiful locally made products right on popupmakeke.com.
Plus, we're going to also feature some of our musician friends who are going to tell us about what's special about their island home there from the island of Maui.
Yeah, lots of moments right here, 8 p.m. on Sundays on KHNL.
And also on Wednesdays, right?
K5, the rebroadcast at 8 p.m.
And then Saturdays, 10:30 p.m. on KGMB.
Basically, it's a lot of us. Tune in.
Let's get you back into the home studio. All right, there you go. Once again, that is the gang there. Well, me and McKenna Maduli, Papa Makeke coming up on Sunday nights. That is a live look outside. Let's get you back into the studio here. Star Iolani is a member of the group The Steppas. He is the lead singer, and the group, have a brand new single that is called Stay. Both Star and I are from Hawaii Island, where I grew up. And so I asked, I wondered where he grew up, because I grew up over in the Kona side. I knew he was Big Island, but, where?
From the heart of Hilo, grew up Lanakila, Pane'ewa, but been all around Hilo, just Hilo in general.
Nice. Back in the day, you grew up in Hilo. So what school did you go to?
Hilo High.
Okay.
Hilo High, and then I was a naughty boy, so I ended up going to ALC after, but Hilo High roots.
Got it. Awesome. Now, tell me about the start of the group and the release of your first album.
Yeah, so we started back in, I believe, 2010. We didn't have a band. We just kind of made stickers of a band name and just passed it out. We started then, and we got our first gig about 2011, and our first release 2012. So it's been a long time coming.
Where'd the name come from?
Me, our old member, and then a fellow Big Island artist who's in the mainland by Aaron Kai. We kind of just threw a bunch of names together, and I came up with the Stepping Steppas, and Aaron was like, how will we drop Stepping and just use the Steppas? And we're like, perfect. And we kind of it's a drum pattern in reggae music as well. And then it was us progressing from other bands, because I was playing with Ho'okoa at the time, had my own, I was playing at Kikai Boys, and it was like a step away from the backing of a musician, and it was like a step forward for me and for all of us as band members. So the Steppas fit right in.
You know, a typical Hilo style, all of the bands, you know, it's not us and them and stuff like that. You kind of mesh and just kind of chill with everybody else, from Sudden Rush to all, you know, you mentioned Kikai Boys and all the other Big Island groups. So that's kind of a general Hilo thing, yeah?
Yeah, it is. We're just one big hui over here. We all play with each other. And yeah, I worked with Sudden Rush. I produced a few music for them. I actually did a single with them recently, right before Keilana. Yeah, we're just one big hui. We all share each other. We all want to just vibe out with each other, and we learn off each other as well.
Wow, that is so Big Island, which is, you know, totally awesome, especially, you know, in the entertainment community. So I asked Star, you know, I asked Star with the song "Stay," the new song, what it's about.
Yeah, so the song "Stay" is basically looking in and outside of a relationship. Meaning, like, we can't promise someone forever, but we can stay forever. You know, sometimes broken promises, we go through broken promises and stuff, but so we can't promise this person we will be with them forever, but we can definitely stay, you know. And it came from just the outside and insides of a relationship, and then also losing our manager suddenly last March 2019. It kind of went through a hard time, and I kind of quit music for a bit, just playing music, recording, and I went through a kind of a depression. And eventually I came back to light and just told myself that these thunderstorms go away. So in relationships, in life, we have thunderstorms, but we just need to realize that after the thunderstorms, there's always sunshine. There's always the good times, and these bad times will pass us, you know. So that's what basically the song is about, the mana'o of the song, for sure.
Now, with those difficult times that the band has gone through, sometimes you just need a place where you can go ahead and relax, where you can heal. So I asked, do you have a place like that, and where is it?
4 miles.
4 miles.
4 miles was always the healing place for me. We would tour like six months out of the year, and every time we come back, the first place I would always want to go is 4 miles to rejuvenate, get connected back to the land, and just jump in the water and refresh. That's always that's a healing spot right there for me. Before we leave on tour, I'll go take a dip in the water, get some meditation in, and once we come back, we'll hit Kuhio Grill and 4 miles.
You got to have the grinds. That's the important one, right?
Yes.
All right, so awesome. Congratulations to the Steppas and to Star Iolani's. By the way, if you want to see the full interview, I've got it, and it just went live on YouTube just now. So if you want to go see the full interview, go to youtube.com/BillyV, and then look for Billy V Live Interviews, and you can watch the full interview there. Mahalo to Star Iolani's for spending some time with us here on this Aloha Friday, as we get you a little bit of inspiration for your weekend.
What's up, brother Billy? How you doing, man? I hope the family is well. It's been a long minute, and again, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share a little insight, a little inspiration, a little Q-tip, if you will, with our friends and family, bro. As always, I'm humbled and truly grateful for you, man. And ohana. What's up? It's your boy Quinton, aka Mr. Quit, taking it personal with a message for you, something to keep you motivated, amused, and thinking as you go on with the rest of your week. That's right. So let's get straight to it. The message that I have for you guys today is this. And my message is, don't dim your light for those who squint. Okay? Again, don't dim your light for those who squint. Right? Here's the deal, fam. You know what? There's a light in each and every one of us. And no matter what, someone will always come around and try to dim your light, will try to shut it off, right? And when this happens, okay, Whatever you do, you hold on to that light and you fight. You hold on to that light and you fight. You fight to not let this person tear you down. You fight for the right to define yourself. You fight to not let anyone else tell you who you are or who you need to be. Okay? You hold the vision, you stay the path, and you trust the process. And more importantly, okay, you do not let anyone ever fade the light that makes you beautiful. Because in the end, you're the one that controls how brightly you shine. Okay? So again, don't dim your light for those who squint. That's my message for you guys today. I hope it resonates with what you guys got going on. Join us next week when Brother Kaleo Boy Kia comes back and shares some heavy manao with you guys. Till then, friends, family, Brother Billy, I love you guys. Spread aloha one day at a time. Happy Aloha Friday. It's your boy Q-Tip. Peace and blessings, y'all. Aloha.
No.
That's slow motion?
No. Just regular. To Grace. Sorry?
We're not going to be able to do the other interview. Right?
Which one?
Where's our other guest?
No, that's what I've told Stan.